considering. So I think it could be helpful now.
Okay. Well, let's go ahead and set your calorie goal. I'll go ahead and look at it.
All right, cool.
We'll set a calorie goal after this. Okay.
Perfect.
So that way, I just didn't want to overwhelm you. I know
I appreciate that. And probably the first week it would have for sure. So I appreciate that.
As if you feel like you are able to handle it, stick to it with confidence this week, then I was going to do that.
Great.
Make sure you feel great, comfortable, and feel like you could really follow through with that.
All right. Sounds good.
Awesome. All right. There's Chris. Chris is
just
finishing
crushed his half marathon.
Everybody tell Chris congrats.
Awesome.
Congrats.
Chris.
Thank you.
Tell us about it.
Man? Yeah.
It was pretty hard. It was more mental though, I think, because once I got mentally prepared, then it wasn't too bad. And I had my coaches there and a few people from the gym that I knew that were helping me. They ran some marathons before, so
That's awesome.
Did they run it with you?
Jason. I kept up with them until about mile 9 or 10, and then I kind of walked a little and ran a little and walked a little, ran. I was solid running for like 9 miles. I didn't walk.
Wow.
That's awesome.
Wow.
Surprised myself.
How did you feel about that?
Really good.
Great.
I mean,
what's the longest you've ever ran in the past?
probably like 3 miles.
So you've tripled the distance of your max run.
Right.
Incredible. And how do you feel now?
Tired. Yeah.
Well, that's a lot of mileage. So we're all really, really proud of you. That's an amazing accomplishment. I know that was on your bucket list for quite a while.
Right. That wasn't as hard as I thought, though.
So now you can
could
check
do
it
it again.
off and set some new goals.
Yeah, do a 26-mile one next.
You are?
I don't know about that. I
There
don't
you
know.
go.
I could, though, if I really wanted to. Know
Yeah,
that.
absolutely. Take some time and think about it. I mean, if you want to do it, then ask yourself, why do you want to do this? Why would you want to do it?
I don't know. I don't know why.
Think about the reason why, not necessarily because if it's an arbitrary reason why, but definitely think about like, hey, is it going to be something that I would look back on and be proud of? Why? Is it something that I want to dedicate myself to training for? And what
Yeah.
benefits, like will it shape your character? What are you trying to get out of it?
It just shows me what I can do, I guess. Or
Love it.
testing my limits.
There you go.
That's great.
That's awesome.
And why would that be important to you to test your limits?
I just feel better about myself, I guess. I don't know.
Awesome. And why a marathon? Right? What you could do other things to test your limits. Why a marathon?
That's a good question. I'll think about it and see.
Yeah,
what else
think about it and share it with the group or send it to us and let us know. So that way you can get the full you become successful and you know what success looks like.
Mm-hmm.
Right? Awesome. Guys, we have a small group today. I know it's because of Halloween, but it's going to be a really good one today. Does anybody else have any wins? Tracy, Cheryl, Dusty?
Got the message there.
What was the message?
I think just like getting back on track after like a really fun weekend and food prepping, and just really trying to get my workouts in.
That's awesome. So you had a fun weekend and
Yeah.
I know you had a lot of strategies that you shared with me. Do you want to share that with the group?
I think really like when I go out to eat, really like try to stay away from like the fried foods. Ask about like how they're preparing things, like if they're using a lot of oil. And just really surround myself with like people that are like uplifting and encouraging and supportive of my goals.
That is awesome. It's very important to Cheryl. She loves hanging out with her friends. She loves connecting with her friends in her social group. And her bottleneck was you're at a birthday party and everybody wanted to order something, right? And then you wanted to order something healthier. So basically she learned from the experience, and now she's strategizing on what to do moving forward in the future so she can have time with her friends as well as still be in alignment with your goals.
Yeah, I mean, and it was really hard yesterday with the lumpia. Lumpia is like my ultimate comfort food, like those egg rolls. And I literally will have like probably like I could probably have like 6 in a day over like a shift, you know, like an 8-hour shift, and then I'll bring some home. But I had one yesterday, just one. And I mean, so that's kind of a really big accomplishment. I like literally would put down 3 within like a few minutes because they're so good.
That's amazing. First off, you identified a red light food, which is something that you can't get your hands off of. You normally would have eaten 3 in less than a minute, and you probably like gobbled it down to a point where you probably don't even have time to enjoy it. Instead, you enjoyed it, took your time, and you made smarter decisions without restricting yourself.
Yeah.
That's amazing.
Very cool.
It's really cool. Anybody else want to share some of their wins?
I will.
Awesome.
I've been trying to increase my steps just to have more general activity outside of the workouts. And I've gone from 5,000 steps a day as a goal to 10 this last week. Wow. And I'm learning like which walking routes will get me the rest of my steps in for the day. And I feel like a little reluctant before I head out on the big walk, but I've noticed that once I'm walking, I really enjoy it. And I'm getting the 10,000 steps in, at least I have this week. It started on Monday. So that's been pretty big win.
Awesome. So you increase your activity level by 2 times. How does that feel?
It feels great. Yeah.
Awesome. That means
really good.
Fitter.
I'm sorry.
You're getting more fit.
Yes, ma'am.
That's amazing. Anybody else want to share some wins? Jessica, you got to share some wins. You've been getting wins for like the last 3 days straight. Jessica, you want to share with us some of your wins?
Let me articulate some of it.
You what?
Might have to help me word some of it, if you know what I mean. All right. Well, where do we start? That I ran. I'm down my lowest weight, 11 pounds. That's crazy. My husband and I reconnected like never before. We're falling in love again because I'm changing a lot of my behaviors and habits that
love it.
That have been plaguing me forever. An addiction. I'm just going to say it. An addiction. And I call it a behavioral counselor. It's not easy to admit or do, but it's my behaviors that need to change, like going out for avoidance or trying to run away from something. And I just want to get to the bottom of it and heal from within, you know. Yes, I've been through trauma. We all have, I'm sure, in one way or another. But, you know, I'm not a victim. You know, I'm taking action. I'm taking responsibility for my actions, and I'm doing something about it. And I feel happier than a child on Christmas morning. I feel more ecstasy and happiness than even on a substance. I can't even begin to tell you. Like, I'm a different person. This whole program, I've gone to counseling all through my life. I never gone to a behavioral counselor, okay? But I've gone to like counselors, and I've been through doctors and have all these issues, health issues, you know, as you all know, arthritis, Crohn's, whatever. But I always had that, I don't know, something that needed to be healed inside, I guess, just from childhood, you know? And I just feel like now I finally have like a way out, or like, how do I say it, Trammy? Like I felt like I couldn't escape, and I just kept going from substance to substance, or like, hi honey, or, you know, or I'm missing out on my I don't want to cry, but like missing out a lot on my children's lives, you know, like just I don't know, escaping myself. I was trying to escape myself, you know what I mean? But not anymore. You know, I'm facing it. I'm looking in the mirror. You know, it's all in our minds. Like, we are so much more powerful than we even realize. And that's what I'm learning, you know, and it's just, I don't know. I just feel amazing. I don't know how else to put it. It's crazy. And I just realized I'm only on 3 medications now, everyone. Went down from 9 medications to 3. What? And like, I feel better than ever. It's amazing.
We are so proud of you. When you first started the program, you came from an identity of somebody who was in a lot of pain, and you didn't have the skills and tools to get out of that pain. In order to relieve that pain, you were medicating yourself with different substances. And as soon as you identified that one substance was too much, you would just replace that substance with something else. And now you're shifting your identity to taking action and creating a new identity where you are healing the true wounds of what it is versus just putting a tiny Band-Aid on it.
Yes.
That's
that's what I was doing all my life. I guess I didn't know what I didn't know, but maybe, or I don't know. Or like sometimes you're in denial too. Who knows exactly, but I'm just so happy. You don't even know.
We're so proud of you. Everybody give her a fist bump.
It's just wild. It's great enough that I can run and whatever now, but like, this is life changing. Like, I couldn't sleep. I couldn't eat sometimes because of all the stress and all this burden I'm holding. I just feel so much more free. You know, it's not just always about nutrition and fitness and looking good. It's, you know, it comes from within. You know, we have to heal ourselves from within, you know, to be the best version of us, right?
Absolutely. Who agrees? 100%. Give her a thumbs up. You literally, yes, round of applause, guys. Seriously, that really resonated with us here. And that's what being a legend is all about. It's not just looking better naked. It's not about just losing some weight. It's about changing your identity. And do you notice that by Jessica changing her identity, she's changing the relationship she's having. She's leaving her true legacy with her children. She's showing up for her as a mom for her kids, who are also going to adapt her healthy habits. She's rekindling that passion with her husband, and most importantly, with herself.
Yes.
In her face.
Awesome. Awesome, guys. We're gonna get started, and we have a really good one for you guys today. Thank you so much for being vulnerable and sharing, everybody.
Yes, it's freaking awesome. All right, let's dive in here. So, just hitting one line of the manifesto: a legend sets personal excellence as their minimum standard. You guys are all freaking legends. So we already talked about victories. So today we're going to talk about the 5 steps of goal setting. This is a really good one that we're going to go over today, guys. So as always, this is interactive. Take notes, ask questions if you have them. So excellence is not a destination. It's a continuous journey that never ends. So if you don't know where you're going, any road will take you there. You can't hit a target that you can't see. So developing and maintaining a clear sense of direction is essential for happiness and high performance. And with the ideas you're going to learn in this lesson, you're going to be able to accomplish more, do it faster, and achieve greater satisfaction than you thought possible. So it's a really good one here. So in this lesson, you're going to learn the key characteristics of all successful people, the 5 steps to goal setting, and how you can apply what's called the Acre of Diamonds concept to your own effectiveness, and the kind of goals you need to have a balanced life. So the key characteristics of all successful people. So success and successful people have been studied for more than 2,000 years from every culture and civilization. And the bottom line is success equals goals, and all else is commentary. The goals being written down, strategic, super important. So all successful people are intensely goal oriented. They have clear, specific goals. Their goals are written down in detail, and they work daily on those goals. Successful people write clear, specific, and organized plans of action. So they know where they are and where they're going and how to get there. And they planned every step of the way. And know that this isn't something that just happens overnight. This is a process that gets better and more refined over time. So the key question, why don't people set goals if goals are so important? Right? So 97% of people do not have written goals. 97%. So some of the reasons that people don't have written goals is because a lot of people feel like they don't deserve to have good things happen to them. You know, for whatever reason, there's a narrative going on that leads them to believe they don't deserve for good things to happen to them in their life. Or the fear of failure holds them back. And what's crazy about that is people actually set themselves up for failure by trying to avoid failure. So the fear of rejection or disapproval is a huge one as well. It stops people from setting new goals because they're worried about what other people are going to think about them. They're worried about if other people see them fail. So what do you think is the average amount of times a person tries to achieve something before they quit? You guys see it right there, less than one time. People will not do something, they'll quit before they even actually make the attempt. So most people don't know how to set goals. People don't realize the importance of clear written goals. This is a skill set. So they've never been instructed in systematic goal setting. So there are 5 key considerations for you to keep in mind for goal setting and goal achieving. So these are the keys to activating your goal achieving mechanism. So consider them continually throughout your life, the things that I'm about to cover here. So 5 steps to goal setting. The first one is change for most people is scary. It makes them feel out of control. So they feel like life is going to either get better or get worse. And most people are afraid that the change is going to result in them being worse off. So they fear change because they think the change is going to equal them being worse off. All right. So change can be it can be controlled or it can be uncontrolled. So if you just take your hands off the steering wheel of life, it's going to lead someplace. Wouldn't you rather have your hands on the steering wheel and purposely be guiding it in a direction that you want to go? Right? That's what goals do for you. So change can be self-determined or unpredictable. Goals allow you to control the direction of change in your life. They allow you to put your hands on the steering wheel, start guiding it where you want to go. Second is what's called the Acre of Diamonds concept. It's going to be central to your success. So there's a story about this farmer in South Africa where he heard that there was these diamond mines out there in South Africa. So he set out on a journey, and over 10 years, he didn't find them. He ended up spending all his money and threw himself in the ocean, killed himself. So years later, there's another farmer that's living in his house. A traveler comes through where just a couple days before, the farmer had his donkey out at this stream and found this stone, took it in the house, didn't think much of it. And the traveler came and he saw the stone. He's like, oh my gosh, did the farmer return? He found the diamonds? And the guy's like, what are you talking about? This is just a rock. He said, no, that's a diamond. It's a diamond. It's just in its rough form. And he's like, what are you talking about? So he said, show me where you got it. So he took him out to the stream and they found another one and another one and another one. And so the farmer that set out to look for those diamonds didn't realize he already had an acre of diamonds that he was looking for. So that to be said, your major opportunities usually lie right under your feet. And they always come disguised as hard work. So just as the rough of a diamond in its original form. So they exist within your current work or environment, and they exist within your current interests and abilities. So third, each person has an area of excellence in which he or she can shine. So what are your unique talents? You have the capacity within you right now to perform at an extraordinary level in some area that's just right for you. And to ask yourself, what have you always been good at in the past? What comes easily to you that maybe is difficult for other people? And what's been responsible for your successes to date? So you have to really find and explore, exploit this. This is your strength. So your acre of diamonds combined with your area of excellence. And how do you know if it's your area of excellence? Because you love to do it. You get to do what you're doing. So what is the thing that you cannot not do? What is the thing that you enjoy so much you just really want to do it? And so question for you to help you discover this. If you won $1 million, what work would you choose to do? You couldn't just vacation and do that. You had to do something with the $1 million. What work and activities would you want to do? So there are 3 critical words that go along with your area of excellence. The first one is interest. You like to talk and read about it. And a lot of times this will be something that was discovered between the ages of 7 to 14 years old. When you're 7 to 14 years old, this is something that you were probably interested in, talked about a lot. Second thing, attention. What sort of activities hold your attention? And then third, absorption. So what absorbs you? When you're doing it, you lose track of time. When you're doing it, it's something you were uniquely put on this earth to do. Time stands still. You forget to eat, you forget to drink. All you can think about is how much more time you can get to keep doing this thing. So what is that thing to you that you cannot not do? So be thinking about these. These questions that you pose to your mind increase your level of awareness. So posing these questions to your mind, increase your level of awareness. You will now, because these questions are in your mind, you will be on the lookout for them. So fourth, you need a balance in your life for maximum performance. So you need career and financial goals, the what of your life. And you need personal and family goals, the why of your life. Why do you get up in the morning? Why do you go to work? Why do you do what you do? And then another question you can pose to yourself to help you in this exercise is, if you learned today that you only had 6 months left to live, how would you spend the rest of your time? And then ultimately, you need to have personal and professional improvement goals, because that's going to enable the how of your life, the skill set that you need to develop to do these things, to accomplish these goals. And then fifth, you need to have a major definite purpose to build your life around. What one goal, if you achieved it, would have the greatest positive impact on your life? And then make that your major, make sure that goal that you have for yourself is specific, it's measurable, it's time bound. And then what happens if you don't hit it by the deadline? You set a new deadline. You just set a new deadline. And then know also, it has to be specific. So world peace is not a goal. It's not something that's measurable. Donating 1% of your income to a charity of your choice, that's something you have control of, that's measurable. Raise $10,000 for your favorite charity. That's something specific, controllable, you can measure it. So write out your goal and plan it in detail, set deadlines, set sub-deadlines. So just a recap of the 5 steps. Use goals to control the direction of your life. Ask yourself what your acres of diamonds could be. ask yourself what your area of excellence might be. Balance your life with personal goals, family goals, personal development goals. And then 5, set a major definite purpose. So the journey of 1,000 leagues begins with a single step. Every extraordinary achievement is the result of thousands of ordinary achievements that no one ever sees or appreciates. And it doesn't matter where you're coming from. All that matters is where you're going. The most important skill you can develop for lifelong success is the skill of goal setting. So begin today by writing down and reviewing your goals, and be sure that you're working toward them just a little bit every day. All right, so group discussion time. How can you begin to apply the Acres of Diamonds theory or concept to increasing your own effectiveness? And then what do you think might be your personal area of excellence? So Chris, actually, Dusty, I know you have services coming up. How does this speak to you?
Gosh, I mean, certainly you need raw materials to work with, and your raw materials are, you know, what you have, your what you came with and what you've developed. So as we call it, we talk about our lives being a field to develop, and the things that can mess up your field, and what can come in and cause difficulty in your field. And but it's up to you. You know, even though things like weather and famine and things like that can come upon you, that your field is still your field, and if you work it and give it time to rest, you know, as that needs to happen too. So I would associate that with building your goals around to include your family, as well as your whatever your life focus is, to balance that out. And so that's kind of the way that I look at it. I think one of my areas of excellence that people tell me is an ability to distill things down and give examples. I think something I must have gotten from my mother is to take everyday things and to use that as illustrations to help teach.
That's awesome. That is wonderful. It is my belief that I think that every person is just, including myself, is just an analogy, a parable, some type of just shift and combination of words away from a breakthrough in their life, from understanding something, from having an aha moment, a new level of awareness. So Chris, how does this speak to you? How can you begin to apply the Acres of Diamonds theory to increasing your own effectiveness? What do you think might be your personal area of excellence?
I guess right now I'm just starting to discover my Acres of Diamonds, and I never really knew what I could do before, but I've always been good at my job. I've always worked hard and tried to work harder than everybody else. And that's so far been only my only area of excellence is just going to work. I mean, being a press operator.
So performing, like exceeding the standard, exceeding standards.
Yeah. I mean, I do try to exceed standards all the time and try to compete with everyone and be better.
Awesome. So these are some good questions to pose into your mind. Good questions to have going on there.
Right.
Tracy, how about you?
Good questions. I don't know if I have good answers though, Rob.
No wrong answers. These get you thinking. These get
Yeah,
you.
so off the top of my head, I think I'm a good listener, and I generally like to go deep with conversations, and maybe that could be an asset. It's for some people at some point. I don't know how that really relates in exactly, but just at the foundation, I would say those are my kind of inherent strengths.
Awesome. Yeah. So just to get you guys juices going a little bit more,
Yeah.
like as me and Trammy like go through these things, we're putting these together. Like I got to thinking, what is mine? So I think I really just get enjoyment and satisfaction out of helping people make decisions. When I can see that somebody is on the fence with something in their life, doesn't matter what it is, I want to help them make a decision. Through asking questions, the decision that's going to best serve them, to help reveal to them, okay, well, it sounds like we've got this going on. What do you think you should do? Right. And then get them to act on it, forces change and adaptation in their life. And then to see somebody grow, see somebody move forward from that. Just freaking love it. Love it. All right. So Jessica, what do you have on that?
Well, I'm very similar with both of you. I love helping others. I mean, that's my passion. I was a special ed teacher. Behaviors I specialized in. Ha ha ha. That's something I have to work on. Funny, right? How that happens. But I want to get my master's in mental and behavioral health, but I have to first help myself, right? There's no way I can help others unless I help myself, right? So that's my goal, I want to help those who don't know a way out, because I'm beginning to finally figure it out, that there is a way out of not only addiction, but chronic illnesses. You are not your illness, like I'm so passionate about that. And I don't know. People seem to tell me their life story too. They're comfortable enough telling me, maybe because I'm vulnerable and I'll tell them. I don't know what that is, but I would do anything for anybody, honestly. That's just how I am. But yeah, I mean, I don't know. I'm getting better at working out. Maybe one day that'll be my excellence. Maybe I'll cure myself, right? Maybe I'll cure my disabilities, I already kind of am. So that would be kind of cool. Never know.
Something to think about. And this is something that I really, took in a lot, is that there's always, when we compare ourselves to others, there's always somebody better, smarter, faster, better looking, all that, always. So when we look at that, we can shut ourselves down and be like, I'm not good enough to do that because there's so many other people that are way better, right? But if we look at being able to lead and guide somebody, if you're at a level 7 and somebody else is at a level 1, can you lead them and guide them and add value to them and help them? Sure, right? So you don't have to be a level 10, to be able to help a level 1 person. Now, if you're continuing to work on yourself, your education, your development, you're going to keep going up in levels, but don't think that you need to be all the way up here to be able to help somebody down here. You're muted, Jessica.
I have a twin sister, and she'll never admit it, but she's an alcoholic, and like our father. And the fact that I, kicked all my addictions. I was addicted to pills, pain pills, marijuana. And now that everything's over with, I'm going to go visit her next week. So maybe just me leading by example too, like just showing that like I'm not just band-aiding it anymore. She's going to fall over. I'm not even kidding. When she sees that I can like jog, run, she's probably going to cry. I mean, that's my twin, She's seen me in a lot of pain for a long time. and they thought they were going to have to bury me, you know, one day, like I'd overdose or something. But here I am, you know? So yeah, you're right. You're completely right. And I have friends that like, maybe I can, you know, show them a thing or two or help them in a way. So yeah, thank you for that.
Yeah.
You're right. So I tend to doubt myself. I mean, we all probably do, but thank you for telling me that, because
Definitely.
that gives me confidence now.
Absolutely. All right. Here we go. Cheryl, I couldn't say Cheryl for some reason. Cheryl, what do you have on this?
I love that Acres of Diamonds theory. Because one thing that I've really learned from this program is that like sometimes your goals seem out of reach or that you're not reaching them, but they're very much in reach. And even if you have like a little roadblock or something that holds you back or a misstep, you just pick up right where you left off and you can reach your goals. So I love that. With my area of excellence, I think it's as a nurse, caring for people, and I always see the best in people, I think, which is usually a really good thing. And just helping people believe in themselves and just helping them out any way I can, really.
That's wonderful. Wonderful. Yeah, one of the most powerful things, like guys, the power of questions. Like I want to impose and implant in you guys as many powerful questions as possible, because questions are the thing that raise our level of awareness. Because right now there's so many things that you don't know that you don't know.
Okay.
They're completely blind spots for you. All right. And through questions reveals those blind spots. And so like I am on a quest, like I am always trying to work with the best, highest level performing people, because I want to know, how did they do that? What did they put in their brain to get there? What questions became obvious to them? What can I learn from that person? What can I take from that and then instill it in other people? Because ultimately, like my goal, I want to help create leaders that create leaders, because that is just a virtuous cycle. And to know like that you guys have so much capability and power within you. So it's just amazing to see people grow, develop. It's freaking awesome. All right, so let's freaking hit these affirmations real quick, and then we'll open it up to some Q&A. So go ahead and unmute yourself. It's been a really good session. Appreciate everybody being so open and vulnerable. So I'm lovable, I'm valuable, I'm enough.
I'm lovable, I'm valuable, I'm enough.
I have all the tools and drive needed to achieve my goals.
I have all the
tools and drive needed to achieve my goals.
I'm a winner. I look like a winner. I succeed like a winner.
I'm a winner. I look like a winner. I succeed like a winner.
I'm sharp, enthusiastic. I'm an expert.
I'm sharp.
I'm enthusiastic. I'm an expert.
I'm the best in my country. I'm the best in my industry. I'm the best in the world.
I'm the best in my country. I'm the best in my industry. I'm the best in the world.
I am the best.
I am the best.
I'm the best.
I'm the best.
I'm the best.
I'm the best.
Best.
Guys are freaking awesome. Doesn't it feel good every time you say that?
Yes, it really does.
So powerful. So powerful. All right. So Q&A. Anyone have any questions about anything?
No questions, because this was so powerful and you gave us so much to think about. Oh my goodness. We probably will have questions eventually. Like really, when I redo this and like start answering the questions, you know, like I like to like watch these things, except I don't really like to watch myself. But anyway, but no, this was like, whoa, amazing.
Yeah.
I don't know how everybody else feels.
Yeah, the mindset calls are great.
know.
I absolutely love them.
Awesome.
So
Very cool. All right. Well, you
And-
guys have an amazing weekend. Be safe. Go out there and freaking crush it. Reach out if you need anything. We're here to freaking pour into you guys. Chris, again, congratulations on your half marathon. It's freaking awesome.
Congratulate Jamie.
Yeah,
She got
and
third
congratulations, Jamie. When she watches this, she got third place in her very first CrossFit competition.
that's amazing.
Congratulations, Jamie. All right, you guys have an awesome weekend. We'll talk to you soon.
All right, guys. Bye.
Bye.